father of one.
Okay. I just asked because I lived there for a while, so
Oh, did you?
yeah.
Okay, so I'm Chingy Chen, and I'm interviewing Jesse Fonesca on June 20th, 2012. And you are the owner of this store?
Yeah, Brooklyn Waters.
And can you say the address?
3620 West Silver Spring Drive, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 53209.
And how old are you?
28.
And how long have you been here in Thurston Woods as a business owner?
Since 2008, March 1st, 2008. So
Oh wow, so that's
almost 5.
yeah, a long time.
Yeah.
And do you also live here in this community?
No, I actually stay on Brown Deer.
Okay. And you've always been here in this location?
Yeah. Always.
Okay. How did you first open up your business here or decide to do that?
I'm working for cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of figure I can do it myself.
Mm-hmm.
Keep doing profit myself.
So why here? Why in this location?
It's a prepaid company. Prepaid
Mm-hmm.
companies do better in urban areas
Mm-hmm.
instead of areas where there's actual money.
Mm-hmm.
If they have money, they have credit. Usually they don't want prepaid. Places that don't have that much good credit, usually you have to pay up front. So it's perfect location for a prepaid.
Did you look at a bunch of locations, or is this?
Yeah, with cell phones, it was they're all over, so it's kind of like not really that many areas anymore. So.
Mm-hmm. How did you get into this line of work?
Mayfair Mall, I applied at a kiosk
Mm-hmm.
for Sprint.
Mm-hmm.
So I started.
How old were you?
I want to say, I had this for 4 years. I worked 3 years there, so it was like 22, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about 22.
Okay. So you worked for about 6 years or so before you started your own?
No.
No.
Oh, I had this for 4 years. I'm 28, so that goes back to 24.
Oh,
3
okay.
years.
I'm bad at math. So.
Might have been 21, 22, right?
Okay. And where did you grow up?
Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Southside.
Okay. And did you grow up in an area like this, or is it very different?
Southside is a little. It's exactly like this.
Mm-hmm.
More Hispanics,
Mm-hmm.
of course. You should know. But I tried to find the area out there, but there was just none that Boost Mobile would approve. So
Mm-hmm.
came over.
So you think that this area is very similar, except that there are more Hispanics in the South Side?
More Hispanics in the South Side.
Uh-huh.
Less Hispanics over here, but same type of clientele.
So say more. What do you mean when you say what kind of clientele?
And households under 40,000,
Mhm.
shit under 30,000. Some of these areas, even less than that. Some of these households, and then also the credit. A lot of these people I know when I used to, we used to do credit here. We used to sell Sprint. And we would do credit check after credit checks.
Mm-hmm.
They never get approved. So that's why we just switched to all prepaid.
When did you? So that's not what you started doing here when you first
We started
began.
doing Sprint and Boost
Okay. And how long did it take you to realize that that wasn't working?
about a year.
Okay.
We got rid of Sprint. We just kept the prepaid.
What is your typical day like here? Like what time do you get here?
10 to 7.
Mm-hmm.
I come maybe about 15 minutes before 10 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Leave exactly at 7. There's really no reason for me to be past 7, especially on this neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
No bulletproof glass or anything. Plus, cell phones. Businesses are usually closed around 7 or 8.
So when you mentioned bulletproof glass, have you had?
Oh yeah, we've had robbery. We had
Okay.
one armed robbery, and about 4 burglaries.
When was the armed robbery? Can you tell me about?
Right when I opened, I wasn't here. I had a female worker.
Okay.
They came in. They took, I think it was like $150 or something like that. It wasn't too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they came on a Saturday morning around noon. Both guys had guns, ski masks on. They must have thought there was a lot of money registered.
Have you been here when that's happened?
No. Nothing.
Okay.
I mean, it's not something you plan on, but
Mm-hmm.
if it happens, it happens.
Is it something you worry about in terms of
Oh, yeah,
safety?
of course.
Yeah. So how are there ways that you kind of try to prevent
By
that?
closing
or-
early.
Okay.
Closing early, of course. You know, closing at 7, right when it starts to get dark out. You don't want to be here past 10.
Mm-hmm.
Also, too, just know, you know, being cool around the area, being cool with the people, you know, just talking to them. You know, so why you build a reputation of that guy's cool. You know, you still might get a knucklehead once in a while. Reputation.
How do you meet people around here? Is it people that come into
they
the
come
store?
in here, yeah.
Okay. So a lot of the people most of the people that come in here live in this neighborhood?
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
What kind of people can you describe them?
A little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, lately been picking up Hispanics. I haven't seen that in a while here.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly, yeah, about 80% African American.
Mm-hmm.
You get your Caucasian from the Glendale area.
Mm-hmm.
Asian, believe it or not, you got Asians over here. A lot of Hmong and Laos.
Mm-hmm.
About 8% African American.
So, like, the clientele that come in here, does it mirror kind of what you see in the neighborhood for the most part?
Yeah. Exactly.
And then in terms of age range, what kind of
Age range?
Mhm.
It ranges. Everything.
everything?
Maybe 30-year-olds, 20 to 30-year-olds is probably, in that area right there is probably the best.
Mm-hmm.
But we have everybody.
Do you meet other people outside of the store? Like, do you interact with other?
Other companies, yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know, we just, you know, I know them all,
So
so.
more the business owners.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not,
Are
I mean, not really outside. I don't. They come in here. I'll talk to them, be nice to them. We try to build relationships with everyone.
Mm-hmm. Do you so is there some type of organization that you are part of with the other business owners here, or you just know them?
No, we just know.
You just know.
I
Okay.
go eat or I go, you know, buy some drinks at the liquor store.
Mm-hmm.
Get gas right here.
Mm-hmm.
I usually like to spend my money around the same area I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know how hard it is, you know, to be a business owner.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of going, say, to Walmart or something, I know how hard it is for them. So if I need an oil change, I always go to a business, you know what I mean, smaller business.
What's the hardest thing about being a business owner?
Competition.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with South, and especially with these, like I just said, with Walmart, all these bigger people, you know, having everything in their store, just killing a lot of businesses.
So do you see your biggest competition as a place like Walmart or other
Walmart.
Walmart?
Yeah, Walmart. You still got other stores around this area, but
Mm-hmm.
for the most part, it's the national bidders.
So, what do you think about this neighborhood or this area? You know, beyond what you've said, do you like in terms of like, do you feel like it has a specific character, or how would you describe it?
It's not the best area, but it's also not the worst.
When you say like, what would you think of as the best
As far
area
as crime,
and the
as
worst?
far as crime, as
Uh-huh.
far as customers,
Uh-huh.
violent customers.
Uh-huh.
I worked at other stores. You know, I worked for the cell phone.
Mm-hmm. Where were they
19th and North.
Uh-huh.
That's a horrible area to be in.
in terms of crime?
Yeah.
Okay, so
And the clientele. I mean, it's just, you constantly always get into fights and
Mm-hmm.
arguments. Over here, it's a little more, a lot more business owners, it seems.
mm-hmm.
Like I said, you'll get your knuckleheads here and there. You'll get your little crackheads here and there. But
Mhm.
for the most part, it's a mixture. That's why I like it. It's a lot. When I used to work on 3rd and North? 3rd and North, 3rd and Keith, around that area. That was horrible. You know, that was more of just every customer walking in there was just, you know. But over here, it's a little bit better.
So, do you think it's better because in terms of like economics, or people maybe have more money, or what do you mean?
Probably a little bit more money.
Mm-hmm.
Business owners,
Mm-hmm.
older, you know, older people living over here. Maybe because it's a lot, you know, it's a busy area.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it could be, but yeah, it's not as bad.
Okay. Are there things that you really like about this community or this neighborhood?
Yeah, it's profitable.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, for
your
me-
business is doing well.
Yeah, for being around the area that's, no Walmart around, no Kmart around here, no fast food chains around here. It's actually profitable. I mean,
Mhm.
Across the street, Joe's Cafe, that's good. This guy's opened up. He's doing pretty good.
Which guy?
Where was he yesterday?
Oh, okay.
Chicken
Okay.
Girl.
Yes.
Gas station does well.
Mm-hmm.
Liquor store, of course, as well. Yeah, that
So,
means property.
do you talk to the other business owners about
Oh, yeah.
how it's going?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We'll let each other know when it's slow,
Mm-hmm.
when it's good, if they need
Mhm.
anything, if I need anything. So,
Is it more informal? Like you kind of just it's.
yeah, we see each other.
Uh-huh.
Hey, how's business? Yeah, if you need anything, let me know.
So are there moments when you all help each other, or?
A couple times, you know, like,
Mhm.
you know, especially if there's somebody weird, you know, though. You know, if I see something weird, you know, a guy walking around or something, maybe
Mhm.
somewhere, I'll call police or let them know, look, some weird guys outside your facility, stay inside or something.
Has that happened a lot?
It's happened.
Mhm.
It was a burglary right there
Mhm.
across the street about a year ago,
Mhm.
and I was sitting right here watching it while they were in act of taking TVs out and stuff. So
Mhm.
instead of calling the police, I just went and pressed the silent alarm.
Mhm.
Cops came a lot quicker. Actually arrest them in the act. So.
Oh, that's. Why do you think that brings them quicker?
Because they put everybody in the ground.
Okay.
It's in case of a robbery,
Mhm.
so they don't even ask questions. They just come in. You know, even when that happened, they came in here, get on the
Mhm.
ground until they figure out who's who. But as soon as they came in here, they run up in here. I told them, no, it's that guy. He's robbing. Look at this burglar house in the house.
Mhm.
As soon as they look back, the guy's walking out with a TV.
Mhm.
Big screen TV. So they caught him in the act. You know, so they come quicker for that.
How many times have you used the alarm?
Well, the robbery,
Mhm.
that time, and there was another time where a customer got kind of went behind the counter and got all crazy.
And you were here.
Yeah, it was me.
Okay.
Yeah, he wanted to fight. So it's
Why?
crazy.
What happened?
Over a phone issue, I think it was.
Customer.
Yeah, over a phone issue.
You could pause. Yeah.
What's up, man? We got who?
We didn't pause it yesterday. Okay.
What's your number?
414 236 9158.
How much?
Huh?
How many?
I think it's 35.
Went down to 35. And you said it right now?
Yeah. Yep.
Going 4?
Yep. 236 9158. 236 9158. Yep. All right, thank you.
So, you mentioned that you had some workers. So I'm wondering how many
I only
people.
have one.
Oh, you only have one.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
after that, I think she quit maybe like 2 weeks later.
Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds scary. Was it someone from the neighborhood that you had hired?
No, it was a woman I knew her from growing up.
Okay. I think before we had been talking about how many times you had pressed the button.
Oh, 3 times?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the third time was a guy went behind the counter and wanted to fight. So pressed the button and I tried to calm him down as much as I could. He still was getting crazy. I was like, but I actually calmed him down just enough so cops get here. Cops came, put
Mhm.
both on the floor.
Mhm.
Figured out what was going on and they took him.
So did that happen? It sounded like that happened maybe more extreme in
No,
other places
no.
you worked, not
No.
here. No.
Well, I mean, because it's happened a lot before when I used to work.
Mhm.
I mean, a lot. You know, like I said, the areas I used to work in. Over here, it barely happens.
That doesn't happen that much.
Yeah, it's a decent area. For being considered Northside, it's pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell by the crime. I don't know if you ever look at the crime diagrams and stuff walking. You can tell.
So did you
once
look at
hit
those?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you hit, you know, over here in this area and a little bit more up, it gets better. Then in the 70s, 60s, where the projects usually it gets rough again. And then on 91st and stuff, it gets a little bit rough. Usually, anything that side's starting to clear up. It's getting this way. It's coming this way, but it's not there yet. So.
Are you worried about that? No.
It happens.
How do you decide? It sounded like you tried something for a year, it didn't work, and then you changed. But in terms of all these products that you have, how do you decide what you put out and what stays, that kind of thing?
Whatever sells.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it's not selling, we're gonna get rid of it. Just like a clothing store. You know, if it's not selling, we're gonna put it on clearance and get rid of it. Bring something else in. Same thing with, you know, restaurants. If they got something in the refrigerator rotten and they're not selling, they're not gonna sell it anymore. Same thing over here. You know, go with the customer demand.
What do you think? What would be in 5 years? What would you think you would? Where would you want to see the store go to, or do you see yourself?
Yeah,
owning
no,
the store?
I actually want to sell everything. Eventually, I'm gonna start putting clothing, shirts, and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Maybe a little bit of food products.
What kind of clothing? What kind of food?
Something simple, you know, t-shirts and stuff.
Mm-hmm. In what style?
Urban style.
Mm-hmm.
Urban style. We'll mix it up. Right now, I'm okay with cell phones. As long as it's profitable, I'll keep it. Once it starts to die out, if it ever starts to die out, eventually I'll change it.
And what about food? What kind of food?
Chips, sodas.
So like grocery store kind of food. Are you more focused on this location, or are you trying to?
No, this location would be good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy here.
How did your family come to Milwaukee?
Well, my mom was born and raised in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
My father was born and raised in Puerto Rico. He came regular, I guess. His family must have decided to come here, and they came.
Why did they decide to come to Chicago?
No, they came to Milwaukee. My mom was
Oh,
born
to
and raised in
Milwaukee.
Chicago. She moved from Chicago to Milwaukee. My mom moved after her father died
Mm-hmm.
and moved to Milwaukee. My dad, I don't know why. I couldn't tell you.
Did you ever come here before, into this neighborhood before you?
Oh, yeah.
Open up?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was born and raised in the South Side, right? So,
Uh-huh.
you know, I've been all around Milwaukee.
So what did you, before when you came here, what did you come here for?
We go to Northridge.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would never come here and shop around this area. I'd pass here once in a while.
Mhm.
Maybe go to Northridge. Who else would I come out this area? Maybe the movies, before Bayshore was another mall there. I forgot the name of it. We used to go there all the time. I mean, just driving around with friends sometimes, picking people up, and you drive past.
Do you feel like, since you grew up your whole life here, do you feel like from the time when you were younger to now, is it a different kind of neighborhood or community? You think it's the same?
Yeah, it's the same. Not too bad, not too good. Just in the middle.
Mm-hmm. And are there other places you go to besides businesses here, or people that you're connected to?
For as far as businesses?
Other than businesses.
Like people know. I don't know anybody around this area.
Okay. Do you want to know people in this area?
I mean, why not? You know, like I said, I mean, I know people in this area because I build relationships,
Mm-hmm.
and I can go to their houses if I want to and do stuff like that. I just don't trust. Big trust issue. I don't trust no one.
Why?
Just don't trust no one.
So you know them, but you don't know them well enough to trust them.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
And how do you know them? Is it from them coming to the store?
Yeah, come to the store.
Okay.
Come to the barbecue. Come to my house. And come here.
But you don't go?
No.
No.
No, I mean, no, it's okay. Appreciate it, but thanks for the invite.
So people here are friendly. They invite you to.
Oh yeah, that's
Okay.
why I said, and that's why I said I like to keep the reputation, even with
Mhm.
the younger crowd that people are more hyper and more to get into some trouble. I even, I know how to deal with them too from growing up. I was one of them, so
Mhm.
I know how to deal with them. You gotta deal with them specifically different than you can treat an older person. But yeah, treat everybody cool.
So how do you deal with them?
Just with the younger or the older?
Mhm. Younger.
Crowd, you just gotta kind of talk the way they talk. Let them understand that I know exactly what they're talking about. I've been there, I've done that.
Mhm.
Same time, respect. Always respect. Always keep a smile.
So do you feel like they respect you?
Oh yeah.
They do.
Mhm.
And the older folks, how do you deal with them? You said it's different, so.
They're a little bit more calm. You just
Mhm.
you deal with them regular. That's the easy one. The younger ones are harder to deal with. 'Cause like I say, sometimes you do gotta, put a little bit of authority. You might have to, older person, you let them know they'll be mad. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is.
Mhm.
Okay, well, let me pay my bill anyway. They'll be on their way. Younger crowd they don't want to hear that.
Mhm.
They don't want to hear no, it's like this and that's it. And, you got to break it down. I would, but I don't want to get in trouble. And sometimes you got to lie to them. Don't ever let them know you're the owner, because then they're gonna try to get a hold of you.
Mhm.
But just like, look, I was in your situation too, man. Come on, I don't want to be fired, man. Don't get me fired for this. This is how it is. I need my job. After a while, I started toning it down. Okay, you know what, man? Forget it. That's fine. Just kind of playing reverse psychology.
Mhm.
Each customer is different.
And it's because you were like that when you were younger?
Yeah, so I know how to.
Yeah.
I know how to tone down somebody that's a hothead.
Mhm. So why did you become less hot-headed?
Older, I don't know. I just got older. I just had children, got older.
How many children do you have?
2.
And what are their names?
Jesse Jr. is 2,
Mhm.
and my daughter's gonna be 10. She's 10 already. She's gonna be 11.
And what's her name?
Jocelyn.
And do they live with you on the south side?
No, they live with their mom.
Okay.
Brown Deer as well.
Oh, Brown Deer. Okay.
Yeah, we stay close.
And do they ever come here where you're working?
No, I won't let
No.
them come.
Why?
You never know.
He actually said that as well.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, like I said, you do get hothead sometimes, and if it's a situation I can't control, I don't want I don't want them to see that or be around that. Even if I do control, I still don't want them to see that. I don't want them to see somebody come here yelling at their dad and stuff like that.
So, where they live now, that doesn't happen?
No.
No. Okay.
I'll make sure that.
Is there anything you want to tell me that I haven't asked you?
No. It's your interview.
Is there anything you want to add?
Actually, thinking about the older people and the younger people, when you think of somebody who's older, what's older? Because I know what I think of as older.
Well, I mean, even me, I'm considered older. Maybe 20, 25 and older. Those
Yeah.
are usually more calmer.
Yeah.
They have a lot to lose. Usually 25 or older, they have a lot to lose. They have houses, jobs, children. When I mean younger, I mean 16, 17, 18. They just don't have nothing to lose. They don't know what working is. They don't know how to pay rent. They just are wild.
Yeah.
And then once they start getting more responsibility, maybe going to jail a couple times and see how that is. They usually, a lot of the time they start going out, or sometimes they still don't. A lot of the time they do.
So the questions I'm asking are a little bit about. Okay. Do you see, when you look at who comes in here, and you're saying they really kind of reflect the makeup of the neighborhood, are there a lot of younger people, or you were saying there were more older people? And I'm just, how does that work out?
Mostly from 20 to 30, maybe 20 to 40.
Oh, okay.
20
Okay.
to 40 is like the majority of the customer.
Okay.
You do get, like I said, 21 or below is I consider the younger crowd, even 25 and below.
Yeah.
And then the older crowd is 25 or usually older, I consider.
Yeah.
And you can tell by the way they're dressed too. Sometimes, and I'm not saying all 18-year-olds are, they come in here dressed nice or in football jersey, look like they got out of high school or something. A lot of them, they're not all like that. You can just kind of tell. They come in with all black eye, smelling like marijuana. that's gonna be a different customer I deal with than an old lady walking in here.
A 30-year-old lady,
Yeah,
right.
or even a 60-year-old. It doesn't.
Uh-huh.
It's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah. You live on, do you still, I need to clarify, because
I
I'm
live
not
in Brown Deer.
completely, you live in Brown Deer.
Mhm.
So how do you get here? I mean,
A car?
okay,
Yeah, drive a car.
just, how,
Back, park right in the back.
okay,
Come open the door every day.
yeah. And I'm not from Milwaukee, so how far is it to Brown Deer and how, like, do you,
15 minutes. 15 minutes more north. Is that north? Yeah, north.
farther north, yeah? And do you come down, what is it, Sherman is
Uh,
right there, and,
Yeah, I can take I take 76,
Uh-huh.
76 all the way to Silver Spring, then I make a left on Silver Spring, come straight to it.
so it's pretty direct?
Oh yeah.
Okay, and it's about 15 minutes. Because part of what one of the things that I'm interested in is, how do people get from one place to another, and and it sounds like you stay kind of on Silver Spring when
Yeah.
you're in this neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, I don't want to. You don't want to branch off the side streets and alleys and stuff.
Why not?
It's a bad neighborhood.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, it's not the worst neighborhood in Milwaukee, but it's still considered a bad neighborhood. I do get people in here all the time, robberies and stuff. Man, I had the other day, so it was a woman, and a guy came all bloodied up, and some guy beat the guy down. He came here all bloodied up while I was closed, and he said, "Man, he just took all my money. I just got robbed. Call the police." And I called the police. So you do get, and then I deal with cell phones. So first things people take are phones, money, wallets. So every day I'm constantly, maybe on a weekly basis, I probably like 3 phones that have been robbed. And a lot of them are not reported. You see the newspaper, you see all this stuff, and you say, "Oh my God, this is bad." But like half of them never report. I always ask them to report it. They only took my phone, $200. I don't want to report that. They're not gonna find it. So a lot of the stuff's never reported. So.
Would you feel comfortable getting out of your, like, walking down the street, the side
No.
streets? No.
I mean, during the day, yeah, I walk the busy streets. Walking the side streets, I don't mess with it. I didn't hear too many stories, guys jumping out of minivans with tent windows, and I always ask every customer, what happened with your phone? I know everybody here. I know what phones they have. I got robbed. I got robbed. It's always like a constant thing around me.
So most people who come in here as customers,
Not most, but like,
Okay.
let's say for example, I get a regular customer come in here and he wants a new phone. I'm always gonna ask him, what happened with your phone? See if I can maybe trade his phone in, get him a nice discount off a new one. A lot of times they never have one. No, I got robbed, or I lost my phone at the bar. That's another big one. When you're drinking, you don't really think that straight. But yeah, either the bar or robbery.
which bar is it?
Different bars all around the walk. Okay.
Oh, yeah, the guy next door sent me over here.
Oh, you need some chips?
Yes, please. He said, some singles, 5 singles. Thank you.
Crushing his luck.
Half the time he's not open.
It's 2 o'clock.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Do you have a question?
Sorry, I wasn't putting a question together at that moment. I think back to looking at side streets and stuff like that, and you were talking about the number of people that come in
Mhm.
kind of because their phone is missing, taken, or they lost it. But you also mentioned you close at 7 because that's when it gets dark.
Yeah, you want to get out of here.
And how bad does it get after dark? Because I've heard a couple people mention it.
Oh, no, it gets bad. You're not gonna hear about it because a lot of it's not reported.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, even if I was to go out there and get robbed, I'd report it. Why not? But a lot of the time, they're either scared for reporting or they figure they only took this much. And I think about 90% of the people that I sell phones to, I always ask them, "Did you report it on the cops?"
Yeah.
Nah, man, they got me. You know what I mean? They caught me slipping.
Mm.
I was in the alley. I shouldn't have been in the alley. Blah,
Okay.
blah. So that's why when you see JS online or all the statistics and stuff,
Yeah.
this isn't that bad, but really there's a lot more than you think there is. They just don't report it,
So is it mostly robberies that happen? Or?
Yeah, robberies.
Okay.
And sometimes armed, sometimes they just beat them up. Sometimes they just, they figure if they're bigger than you, they just bully you into giving you your stuff. Give me your stuff, I'm gonna beat you up right now. That type of stuff.
Do you think there, when you look at the neighborhood, do you think there are differences between one part of the neighborhood, Thurston Woods neighborhood, and another part in terms of how safe or how dangerous they may be? Or do you think it's kind of looks pretty much the same?
Well, it's pretty much the same, but I think the more probably from like 35th all the way down to the east side of Holton, and then probably from about Villard all the way to Wisconsin or something. All that's pretty bad.
Okay.
So from 35th to Holton, the east side, from Villard to Wisconsin, anywhere around there, you're in a hot spot. You're looking for trouble.
Yeah.
Even the Marquette students are getting robbed these days.
Yeah.
So during the day too?
Oh yeah. But it's less than likely to happen during the day though.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it. Usually when it's daytime, there's a lot of witnesses. People are looking. People are, it's just not much. It'll happen, but not as much as with nighttime. Nighttime is gonna happen a lot.
So you mentioned you called the police a couple times. So how do you feel about the police here? Because I know.
They're good.
So you feel like, because it sounded like when I talked to where I saw you yesterday, he said that he had called the police a couple times and like it would take like 2 hours for them to come.
No, they're good.
Okay. So why do you think it's different? It sounds like you have that button that he doesn't have, and they come immediately.
That just comes. That's automatic emergency. But sometimes I just call regular.
And you have a good relationship with them, and you think that.
Oh yeah, cops are good.
And you think they're doing what they're
The
supposed to
only
be doing.
thing cops are not good at is, the state is as far as like the women, everybody says it's a woman's state, and they kind of just batter the guy. I've dealt with a lot of people. Same thing with domestic violence and issues. And they come in here, man, my wife took my phone, she canceled it, and blah blah blah, and blah, that type of stuff. And then when you call cops, I'm guessing when you call cops for that type of stuff, they all say the same thing. It's a woman's statement. I called and they didn't do nothing for me, and then they wonder why we're out here beating women and killing them. You know what I mean? It's just, I think it's more not fair for that. Cops, always gonna take the woman's side, if anything. But as far as like robberies and crime and fights, and they're pretty good at it. Yeah, cops. I like Milwaukee police. I never complain. Being raised over there, I dealt with Franklin police, Oak Creek, West Dallas. That's a little bit more. I don't want to say racist because they're not really racist. They just. They'll stop you they'll stop me. They stop me just, and then once they find out, this guy doing his thing and he's a business owner, he's this, he's that, and then they're just like, well, how'd you get your business? None of your business, sir. You know what I mean? It's a little more, and they're not racist people. I know they're not. But it's stereotype, you know what I mean?
Do you feel that happens in this neighborhood or no?
No.
Okay.
Milwaukee police are good.
Okay.
Milwaukee, and they will stereotype too in Milwaukee.
Mhm.
You got the big rims and stuff.
Mhm.
That's what they want from you. They figure you're selling drugs. You don't have a job. You got $3,000 rims. Where'd you get the money from? But they will mess with you. But they're not gonna go to an extent of get out the car, let's check the car. I done been checked in Oak Creek. Every time I get stopped in Oak Creek, I just can please step out the car, sir. Why? I didn't do anything. I don't have no felony. Just give me a ticket. I'll be on my way. No, sir. Get out the car. We're gonna search it. So it's a little bit more different. Milwaukee police, once they stop you, they hear your story. They can kind of just look at you the same way I look at my customers. Okay, this guy looks kind of weird. This guy doesn't. You know what I mean? So, whereas other city, even Brown Deer, it's pretty bad over there too. They just don't even want to hear it. They're gonna do a full check. They want to find a gun on you. They want to find drugs. That's what they're looking for. Milwaukee police are a little more lenient. They might even know you have drugs in there, but if they don't have the authority to, check you, or they're not gonna do it.
So, you had mentioned before that there aren't that many Hispanics in this neighborhood, or there are more now.
They're growing.
They're growing. So, do you ever feel like an outsider here, like you don't belong here, or do you feel like that doesn't matter at all?
No, it doesn't matter. You see, someone walked in with white.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of whites. There's a lot of Asians. A little bit of everything. Yeah, don't feel like an outsider. Well, I like the neighborhood. If I was more, like I said,
Mhm.
more in that area than probably maybe.
Which area is that? Oak Creek or?
No, I mean,
No.
yeah, Oak Creek, of course, but you know, more north side Milwaukee.
Okay.
The inner city.
Why do you think that? What do you think is the difference?
Because like I said, there's homeowners. So
Mhm.
usually, homeowners usually comes a variety of people.
Mhm.
I said we've got a lot of them all buying houses all across these blocks. They're
Mhm.
giving them good deals, so they're just buying houses up.
Mhm.
Hispanics are coming.
Mhm.
Of course, you've got the whites is usually here. So there's a mixture, so I don't feel.
So yeah, you feel like because it's more of a mixture, it's more of a acceptance.
Yeah, people accept it.
Can I ask? I'm going to ask the dumb questions again because I'm not
No.
from here. What makes Oak Creek different than here, or than Milwaukee rather?
It's a lot of. It's probably the average. I mean, average household is probably 40,000. That's probably the minimum. So
Okay.
It can go up. I mean,
Okay.
Households over there in that area are, I mean, even Franklin, that area.
Is Brown
looking
Deer
at
like that
doctors
too?
And lawyers and
Okay.
you know where they live and stuff like
Is Brown Deer like that as well, or?
that. Brown Deer, you've got some. Brown Deer's Mequon's like that.
Okay.
Mequon's, you've got all the doctors and lawyers. Brown Deer is more of for teachers and maybe construction workers and stuff like that. And then Milwaukee is just mixed with everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brown Deer is. I would always say that's like the average. I think because it goes from Milwaukee, Brown Deer, and then Mequon. Well, exactly how it sounds. Milwaukee, you're gonna have lower class. Brown Deer, you have the middle, and then Mequon, you just have. I mean, that's where the basketball players live.
Oh, okay.
Baseball
okay.
players, Milwaukee Brewers live in the off season.
Got
that's
it.
where the rich live. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you will get stopped in over there.
Okay.
Would you ever? It sounds like you wouldn't want to be out here on the streets after dark. But would you ever live here?
No.
No.
It was just. That means just. After I seen that house get burglarized, I seen this place get burglarized so many times. I heard the stories. I hear people every day. I just get one a day of something crazy happening. I don't want to be.
From people coming in here trying to replace their phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Replace phones, or not even just buying phones. People just want to talk. People paying their bill.
Mhm.
You know, hey, how's your day? Oh, it's pretty good, man. But last week my nephew got robbed, or my niece just got attacked by a guy that tried raping her, and you got the cops. No, okay, so stuff like that. But yeah, it's nothing. I don't want to move like that. Not for me. I'll open a business, but that's about it.
Do you have other questions?
I don't have any. The only observation I was going to make was, it's interesting to hear how you talk because you're talking about income levels, and I think it comes out of the fact that you're a business owner here. At least that's my sense,
Mm-hmm.
and you've figured out what your market is, so it's just an interesting way of looking at the neighborhoods. I think
my market was to go more, I believe it or not, into the worst areas, because that's where that's just they're making a lot of money. If you go to a cell phone shop in that area, you're gonna make more money than I am. But they're also getting robbed a lot more time.
there's a trade-off.
Yeah, you're getting robbed a lot more times. You're getting into plenty of fights. Your chances are just higher of something happening to you. Where it is with me, I might not make as much as that guy over there, but I deal with a lot less stress, And if I was to move, even to Brown Deer, which I wouldn't because that's a middle class and they don't want prepaid over there. But let's say I had a product. Let's say I had a product that sells to everybody, rich, poor, whatever, McDonald's. Then me putting my McDonald's in Brown Deer would even be better, because then I don't have to worry about nothing happening. And then Mequon even better, you know what I mean? Because when stuff happens out in those areas, cops are just like, really? Cops look at each other like, really? You're robbing us? What? It happens here. It's just like, it's another one. So.
That's it for
Well,
me.
thank you so much for taking time to talk to us.
Yeah.
And would you mind just
Yeah, I'll follow that.
okay. This I don't know, I know in some of the places we've come back and taken photos of like the areas. Is okay?
In or out of
Okay. So we may come back to do that. And I think we don't need this video recording, but this one and this one. And then we can mail you a copy of that. Have you been interviewed before? No. Thank you. I'm sorry there's so many forms. This one.
Interview, that'd be me. My questions, I mean, my answers were a lot different than him over there.
Some of them were similar. Some of them were similar. He also talked about crime, but some of them were a little different.
He used to work at that gas station.
Yeah, and I think he saw a lot of things that were, maybe more intense.
The more stuff you see, the more.
Yeah.
The more, the more you're scared.
But he did not like the police. he did not think that they.
He's Arabian.
That's he's Arab, so I think he maybe and he talked about actually. What was interesting was, and part of why I asked you about feeling like whether you were an outsider or belong, because he doesn't feel like. I think there are moments where he hasn't felt accepted, but I think he's also an immigrant. You grew up here, so it sounds like you kind of know your way around the city and all this stuff. Yeah, and for him it's very different. So it was interesting to, and then just this last one.
But it's not his home. It's like
Oh, sorry. I think just put your name here. Yeah. So that was interesting to hear you both talk about that. But I think both of you are concerned, and that makes sense to me as a business owner. You're both concerned with safety.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Is that too or no?
No, this is
that's
something
for us.
different. Thank you.